This episode of the Pie Strong podcast is brought to you by the Macquarie Inn Hotel, the best spot in town to catch UFC live on the big screens with full sound, cold beers, and a proper fight night atmosphere. Don't watch it at home, watch it where the locals watch it. The Macquarie Inn Hotel.
We're also brought to you by Cosbuild. Do you want to update your living space? Anthony Costa from Cosbuild can help you with all your renovation needs, big or small. Contact Anthony on Facebook at Cosbuild or www.cosbuild.com.au. Strap in, enjoy the show.
Welcome back to another episode of the Pie Strong podcast. There's been a wee bit of a delay. We're sorry about the distance between each episodes. We've all been away living our best life. Welcome back to the microphone. Jay Fwet, how have you been?
Mate, been busy as per usual, never stops. But I'm finally back. I've got some reception. I'm not cold, so...
Happy days.
Happy days.
Yeah. Well, look, another episode of Footy Talks with Matt and Jack on its way. We've got a fair bit to cover. We've missed a couple of rounds of footy. There wasn't that much interesting stuff that happened. So for your listeners out there, we apologise, but we're about to recap last week's round and we'll talk a bit about the state of origin teams. We'll talk a fair bit about it. I'll just get you to clear that off if that's all right, Mr. Williams. Jack, what did you think of last week? Did you get an opportunity to watch any footy last week?
Not a single fucking game.
Well, looks like I'm running the show.
You're all over it, mate. Tell me.
Look, I was pretty happy with the week of football. There's been a few weeks in a row where there's been, well, look, there was a controversial call, and it's going to sound a bit biased because it was in the Dragons game. If you haven't seen it, you guys are living under a rock. Surely you've seen it on Facebook? No?
Tell me.
Right.
No.
Well, we'll start with the Dragons v. the Raiders. Raiders were in 16th place at the start of this round. And, they were on a bit of a downslope. So Dragons were pipped to have a bit of an upset here. They were definitely not the favourites in the betting odds, but everyone thought the Dragons were going to get the victory here. Dominated the entirety of the game up until an intercept pass to Xavier Savage. We were leading, come out half-time, intercept pass again, and the commentators noticed that Sasagi knocked the ball on. So as Kyle Flanagan passed the ball, it's touched Sasagi, gone forward, like visibly forward, into Xavier Savage's hand. So he was then in front of that. So that's a penalty for offside, right? But the bunker can't rule on a forward pass. So it was kind of controversial where they're like, they can't rule on a forward pass, but they can also rule on a knock on, because you're seeing multiple tries being scored in the last decade where they say it wasn't a pass, it was a knock on. And because it only touched his fingertips, the commentators were like, well, this is a no try, guys. The Raiders started to head back. They understood. Bunker come out, try confirmed. And it was just like, what the hell happened here? And it really changed the momentum of the game because we were applying all of the pressure. It was just disappointing because then it was, at that point, it was 22-18. It was 18-16. My apologies. It was 18-16. Again, we were dominating the field possession and the position on the field. Kick went up for Tyrell Sloan, dropped it cold because he looked in front of him. You know how they catch it and they've looked away from the ball. Yeah. Drops it, and then the first tap they score, and that was the end of the game, 24-16. So Raiders got the win, a couple of intercept tries for Xavier Savage, a couple of tries for Tyrell Sloan. And again, the backs just let down. The halves kind of let down all of the pressure and the momentum that the young forwards did. They're so good, the forwards that we've got. So I'm so keen to see how we go with our lineup. But yeah, look, Raiders get the win. They needed that. For all the Raiders fans out there, they needed it because it took them off second last, and a win's a win. And Dragons, they're still 6 points behind second last, and that essentially kind of locks in them as wooden spooners as well. I know there's still 9 rounds to go but mathematically they have to make up 3 games, whilst the other teams aren't losing a game too as well. So all the maths are kind of working against them at the moment.
Yep.
I will go to the start of the week, Eels versus the Rabbitohs. Again, the same old Eels, just not being able to compete when they need to compete. The errors, so many errors in their games. And once the Rabbitohs get the momentum, it's just so hard to stop it. You've seen Rabbitohs in the past and what they do.
For sure. I saw something the other day, actually. It made me lol. Mitch Moses is closer to Jackson Hastings than he is to Nathan Cleary as a player.
Geez, that's heavy.
That's heavy. Think about that. That's true, though.
Well, it's true in the way of stats, but I don't think talent-wise and what their ability to do on the football field is anywhere. There's no correlation there. So
why isn't he winning games then?
I think the quality of the team that Nathan Cleary has around him versus the quality of the team that Mitch Moses has around him tells the story. Mitch Moses is a fantastic player. He's got a great kicking game, a great running game, a great reader of the game we love, footy. But I guess statistically, he probably is closer to Jackson Hastings, but in the way of that they play, nowhere near it. There's no. I feel actually disrespectful saying that he's anything like Jackson Hastings. He hasn't played for 15 clubs, first of all. But yeah,
he should move clubs. Fucking hell, can't stick around that fucking losing team.
Yeah, well. Nothing changes. I think they're going to have to start. Well, I think they signed him up long term.
He's going to be a one club player.
Yeah.
Oh, he started at Tigers, didn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely not a one club player. But he, my opinion is sometimes you have to make a big decision. The Mavericks had to move Luka Doncic on. Silly decision. Right? Silly decision, but they felt that they couldn't win a championship with the style that Luka had. They chucked him in Lakers. He's made finals twice in a row while Mavericks can't get off the bottom two. But you understand why they've done it, right? They don't have to pay out the big contract. And so you go because you're going to make a point. I was going to try and So
that's what Jason Riles did when he came in. He cleaned house. He got rid of a lot of the old heads like fucking Ryan Madison and Clint Gutherson. Moved them on. Said they are no good anymore. They're stuck in their ways. The team needs to change. We need some fresh legs in there. And only shit teams pick up old players that are discarded.
Yeah. Well, I think Dragons picked up the best of it. They got Clint Gutherson out of that. So, he's been an absolute top 3 fullback for the Dragons in the whole NRL. Fuck off, Jack. I think there's going to come to a point where they have to make a decision, like Wayne Bennett did with Latrell Mitchell. Do you want to feel good about playing number 1, or do you want to win games?
Yeah,
and that's the decision Jason Riles going to have to make with Mitch Moses. Does he keep changing the whole team around for Mitch Moses, or does he find a halfback that can win him games?
Yep.
How important was Dylan Brown to the Parramatta Eels looking at the Knights now? I was the first one on the boat that Dylan Brown wasn't going to be successful. I know you were, and I know many of my other mates were.
Yeah, for sure.
So, it just shows that Mitch Moses can't win the games for the Eels, and I've been sounding like a broken record week after week that they just need to do something different. Their attack has become so readable, and there's just there's no venom in what they do anymore. They used to have venom in their forwards, venom in their halves, venom in their fullback. Just kind of disappeared. Rabbitohs, on the other hand, look, they're motoring on really well at the moment. Latrell still has to come back, which is in itself a bit scary for the rest of the fucking NRL. But Rabbitohs now sit in 7th spot. Cody Walker got a double. Ewan Aiken got over the line. So again, just all the hard workers. Tallis Duncan got a double. You know, when you see them, when you see the forwards scoring tries like that, it's just been a hard fought game through the middle. And
yeah, look, and even like young Ashton Ward got a nice try saver in there too, didn't he?
Yep, he did. Rabbitohs come out victorious. Eels move further down the ladder while the Rabbitohs move up. Next game, I'll move straight to the Friday. Titans versus the Bulldogs. This one was matching up to be an absolute thriller, and it turned out to be. Philip Sami scored a hat trick in the second half, 52nd minute, 69th and the 72nd minute.
Where's he going next year, Matt?
Dragons.
Oh,
yeah.
Look out.
Yeah. Bulldogs were back to, I think, I can't say the old Bulldogs because they're a completely different structure now. I hate what they've done. Now, I know Bulldogs got the win. Titans aren't someone you should be like, oh, yeah, we smashed the Titans, right? But they got the win, and that's what you need. At this point of the season, you need the win. They're currently sitting in 10th spot. They did move up from the win with the Tigers losing. But I just don't
they've
like...
They've moved Matt Burton to centre.
Yep, so that's...
And they've put Stephen Crichton in
this 2 weeks. This is 2 weeks in a row. So this is the second week that they've played.
Wow.
And look, to be honest, they looked better. They did look better. Their attack looked better. However, what is working for them is not last week, the week before, they beat Sea Eagles in an absolute thriller, 13-12. Stephen Crichton kicks the field goal. Then they move on to the Titans, so they've got 2 wins in a row. Well, actually, they might even have had 3 wins in a row. Let me go. They got the bye. So they've had the bye. They've had a win. Let's go back another week. So they beat the Eels, bye. They beat Sea Eagles, and then they've beaten the Titans. They've got a hard fought rest of the season. So these are the games they had to win, Jack. But 2 games in a row with Matt Burton in that centre position. Matty said he would do whatever it needs to take for the team to win, and that's what any athlete should do. Any sport around the world, you've got to do what you've got to do. But I just don't like the way it looks with Lachlan Galvin still at halfback. It just doesn't make sense.
Nope.
And still, we've said this a million times on the podcast, Jack, to take your halfback, to take your hooker while you're first on the ladder was the craziest thing I've ever seen done in an NRL season. But in saying all of that, that's 4 wins in a row plus a bye. So that shotgunned them up the ladder into 10th spot. Titans, at some stages of the game, they look fantastic. They move the ball so well. Again, I love Jaden Campbell in the team. Just errors, completion rate, silly mistakes. It's the mentality of a bottom 8 team where the desperation comes out and they're just doing the little 1%ers wrong, where the top 8 teams do all the 1%ers right.
Yep.
You got to complete that set after points, not make an error. You've got to kick and turn them around if you do an early kick, not bomb and they're catching it on their 30 meter line. So yeah, just a wee bit disappointed in the Titans. I think they could have held on a bit more there. I know the Bulldogs scored a couple of late tries, 66th and 77th minute. So yeah, look, Bulldogs get the win. Another loss for the Titans. I can't see them moving anywhere to the top 8, and the Bulldogs are on a bit of a run. They need some magic things to happen. Roosters v the Broncos. My favourite game of the round.
Yeah, okay. I caught the score at half time and we were trailing, so I was a bit worried.
Yeah, if I didn't know the halftime score, I would have said just statistically that the Roosters will win in the whole game. Broncos look good. They really did look good. I'm pretty confident that every Broncos try was off a forward pass. And not a small forward pass, Jack.
Wow.
Blatantly
Really?
forward. I think there was a couple of fucking hoobie doobies from the Roosters too as well. But Sam Walker, another. I've never seen someone kick so uncoordinated and so unco, but it just makes sense. Like he done this kick like it like popped up, and it's like why would you do that? Like it didn't make sense, and then it just sits in the goal line. Like
He's got it figured out, doesn't he?
But it doesn't look figured out though. It doesn't look. It's like a mistake, Jack.
In his mind, in the way he's doing it, he's got it figured out himself. Everyone else looks at him and goes, "That's the most unco fucking thing I've ever seen in my life." But it works for him.
It's like he's trying to kick with a blindfold on with his left foot, but it got them the 6 again, and then it got him a 6 again, and yeah, he's just got this freakish ability to that short kicking game. He's just freaky. Mm-hmm. He's a freaky dude.
It's nuts. I like how his grubbers, he puts them up higher around the waist height.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
he puts them up. He does that deliberately so that they can't stop the ball with their foot or trap the ball. So it's always going to get through because it's going through. And 9 times out of 10, if they're going to try and stop it, they're going to use their hand, and it's just a knock on.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It pops up, and it's not along the ground, and it's not in deliberate. A conventional end over end. It's like a fucking wobbly fucking watermelon. And somehow it hits the ground and bounces straight up and stops, and it's like, fuck off. How'd you do
Wild,
that?
Isn't it?
A couple of penalty goals in the game. However, 4 tries to 3 sees the Roosters get the win.
Lovely.
Billy Smith got a double. Sam Walker kicked a penalty goal, 3 from 4, and scored a try himself. I'll say it, and I'll say it again. Broncos just don't look up to scratch. Ben Hunt was their halfback. He did what he needed to do. But again, just silly errors. Reece Walsh trying to do too many things. Payne Haas looked like an absolute freaking animal, so that's good coming into New South Wales. But, yeah, look, Broncos are sitting at 13th, and it's going to be a tough move ahead of them. They've got a momentum killer, a momentum fulfilled team at the moment. A momentum-packed team at the moment, being the Bulldogs. West Tigers are 2 games ahead of them, and then you've got Melbourne Storm that are making their move too as well, sitting in 12th. So 8th sitting at 22 points. So they're 16, 18, 20. They're 4 games behind 8th position. So they, again, with 9 rounds to go, they need to win 4 games whilst the Sharks and the Rabbitohs are losing. Which
interesting.
Is, so they've got 9 games to do it. But if you start to add that up mathematically, they need to win at least 6 out of the last 9. And realistically, Sharks, Rabbitohs and Manly need to lose 6 out of their last 9. What's more likely?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's.
You're right.
Yeah, so it's really hard, which is crazy to see a defending premiers not make the top 8 the following year. Massive shout out to the Roosters. They get the win again, and that sits them up into 4th spot. They were ridiculed by myself, ridiculed by a lot of the media with a slow start to the season. Every year they seem to do it. I will say, Daley Cherry Evans has had no impact on the Roosters this year. He's been an absolute number filler, and I will say that with my hand on my heart. He has been an absolute number filler, and I think Sam Walker, James Tedesco have really I think there was one game that Daley Cherry Evans probably won it for him. Outside of that, he's done fuck all. So the point I'm making...
Maybe he's just that calm figure on the field, big game experience figure that they need, they turn to. He just keeps them level.
But they did it last year. They did it the year before that, and the year before that, the year before that. Roosters.
What do you mean? They did what?
They do the same thing every year. What's different
What they
about
do? What they do?
have the same season? What's different about them this year than they are this year?
Oh, mate, we got fucking Reece Robson, Cherry Evans.
No, I get that. I'm saying what's different about the Roosters this year than they were last year or the last 20 years. They're in the top 8. They're battling for a top 4 spot.
In the last 2 years, we battled to get into the top 8. This year, we're sitting pretty comfortably in the top 4. So there is a difference there, right?
Well, I wouldn't say comfortably in the top 4.
You can't judge that until you get to final season anyway. That's where the big games matter. So if we make the finals, or if we don't make the finals, whatever happens, then judge away.
Yeah, I'm not judging Roosters as a whole.
You are, for sure.
I'm judging Daley, Cherry Evans.
You just need to relax. Where's your team? Last.
We needed to do that.
Last, motherfucker.
We wanted to let people have a win from now on.
Oh, fuck off. When was the last time you made the top 8, Matt?
2018, you dog.
Bullshit.
2018 it was.
Was it? Who won the premiership that year?
2018 Roosters. That's not what you asked.
I don't know. I just wanted to remind you.
It's like saying
of that.
who won the premiership in 2010.
Yeah, Dragons.
I just want to remind you.
Yeah, that's all right.
Brad's just pointed out on the screen that Newcastle Knights are in 5th position, which is absolutely fucking crazy. But they just again continue. I'll tell you what, I would not want to. We'll get to the Knights.
Yeah, let's go on to them. Go on. We've already Roosters won. Let's go. Knights.
Well done, Roosters. Bad luck, Broncos. Knights v West Tigers. Adam Doueihi looked out to perform. Tigers were on a roll. Fantastic game. An absolute fantastic game to watch. Knights come away with the victory. Now, there was no real controversy in this game at all. It was the last game of the round. There was no penalties. There was no grubbiness. Jerome Luai had a good game. Adam Doueihi had a good game. You've seen, obviously, Bradman Best got selected for New South Wales, so you can tell he's runaway try that all the hard work was from Dominic Young, got him the spot in the New South Wales jersey, which is, we'll get to that. But Kalyn Ponga wasn't exactly a standout. Adam Doueihi wasn't a standout. No one was a standout. It was just a hard-fought game, and they're the games as a top 8 team that you need to win and you need to consistently win. And that's what the Knights are doing well. Them really close games that you're like, oh, shit, they're about to lose this. Whether you win by 1 point, 2 points, 6 points, a win's a fucking win, and they got it in the bag, 12-6. Only one try from the Tigers, old Troy Sakar, and Dylan Lucas and Bradman Best with Kalyn Ponga 2 from 2. Kalyn Ponga, I'll tell you what, he's just, I don't know if he's in his peak form, but I reckon he's at his peak for his maturity. For his maturity, not his talent, but his maturity. And I think he's just really taking on that leadership role. You can see it in the Maroons, and you can definitely see it at the Knights. And for some reason, Dylan Brown and Kalyn Ponga are the same fucking spiritual animal. That's all I can say. They just feel the same. Yeah. Why? And it's turned out to be a really dangerous team. I would not want to be versing the Newcastle Knights in finals footy. Their attack across the field is absolutely fucking electric.
Yep.
Their defence is solid. Even the likes of Tyson Frizzell have got a second wind.
Dane Gagai's got a second wind.
Dane Gagai, he's got that fucking old button on the back of him, switched to permanently NRL now. You don't have to worry about state of origin for all the old school players know what I'm talking about there. But yeah, Knights get the win. 12-6, the lowest scoring game that I've seen in a long time, and it was just good to see. Good to see.
Yep.
I want to go to the upset of the round, Cowboys v Panthers. This absolutely was flabbergasting to watch.
I don't get it.
Well, Cowboys can do that to you, and this is, we go back to the first round in Vegas where we said Cowboys were going to put 70 points on the Knights, right? We spoke about the Knights not working. How the hell would you put Dylan Brown as a 7? Why the hell is this person here and blah, 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 right? They didn't produce. and then they didn't produce again, and then they beat a team 60-40, and then 60-4, and beat another team this, and blah 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 blah. They've just been so inconsistent. The way they played against the Panthers was fucking absolutely insane. The best game of footy I've seen all year from a side. Panthers did nothing wrong. Panthers weren't shit in any way, shape, or form. I think there was 3 penalty goals. Let me have a look. Sorry. Yep, 3 penalty goals against the Panthers. That's telling you, quick play the ball, up in their face, making them give away the penalty, and to see them consistently over the whole game too as well. 4 tries. They ended up getting 2 late tries, the 72nd minute and the 76th minute. That Jade Clifford try, they shut down a bit. But Tommy Jenkins got a double in the first half and
saved 2 in the second half as well. So
yep. And it was, to me, it was 12-all. It didn't look like changing. It looked like it was going to a golden point, and then out of nowhere, Jeremiah Nene showed why he used to be the best fucking edge forward in the game. 2 spectacular tries in that game, actually. But I'm telling you, Jack, the Cowboys, if they played like that every game, they would go undefeated. Like they'll go perfection. Hang on, let's go to...
G'day guys, Brad here from the Pie Strong podcast. Behind me is the Jack Motors T9. I've just taken it down to Devil's Elbow, give it a bit of a hiding, chucked her in 4-wheel drive. Pretty impressed with it so far. Jack Motors have said nah to paying 90 grand for a ute. So if you're looking for a fully optioned vehicle for under 60k, go see Ali and the team at Dubbo Automotive. 7-year, unlimited kilometre warranty, 7 years cap service. Mention the Pie Strong podcast. Get 4K in fuel vouchers. What more could you want?
Completion rate 77%. Possession was good. Their runs were good. Their run meters were 300 more than the Panthers. Post-contact meters were insane. 5 line breaks to 3. Quick play the ball speed. Their offloads weren't as much as the Panthers. Let me just look at other ones that I like to look at. The Panthers made 120 more tackles than them.
Holy shit!
That's ridiculous.
You don't see
Panthers tackling more than you. That's what I'm saying. 17 errors versus 10 errors from the Cowboys.
64% completion rate. Fucking hell.
But they forced that on them. They were forcing them to do it, and a lot of that come from the last 10 minutes of the game too as well.
Kick return meters were quite low as well, which is quite unusual
for Dylan Edwards. That's right.
Yeah, Dylan Edwards and Brian Toto.
It was where they were kicking the ball to, though, Jack. It wasn't, down their throat and giving them the ability to run. But I don't like the Panthers because they're majority of the New South Wales team. So it was a bit scary to watch them. Cowboys got a much-needed win. I don't think it does much for their season, and I don't think it makes that much of an impact on the Panthers either. They're 4 points clear of the Warriors, and Cowboys are sitting in 9th, 2 points. So, look, I take that back. It does do a lot for their season. They're only 1 game out. Cowboys are only 1 game out of the top 8. That's so deceiving. If you asked me where the Cowboys were on the ladder, I would have said fucking bottom 4.
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, Panthers, another L, and Cowboys with the W. Sea Eagles versus Storm. This was huge, right? Back at Brookie. We can all remember
the Battle of Brookvale.
Of Brookvale. Stewart versus Blair. Absolute scenes. The last time we've seen a full-scale fight, bar the State of Origin clash, I would say.
Yep.
I thought this game was going to, produce really good things. The Storm never looked like they got off the plane. Well, it's probably not even a plane, the bus.
I fucking still stand by my statement that the Storm will not make the top 8 this year. I don't care where they're sitting on the ladder. They will not make the top 8.
I don't think they can make the top 8, and I'm pretty sure at the start of this fucking podcast, the start of the season, I was like, Storm are in trouble. Everyone's like, oh, fuck up, mate. That's just a stupid thing to say.
No, they won the first 2 games in a row. And we were talking about how good they fucking looked. Then they went on that losing streak.
Yeah, I said they lost. Yeah, I said they're in trouble.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Yeah, I didn't say the first fucking game or the second game. I said they are.
Start of the season, I was saying that they were in trouble.
Yeah, the start of the season is fucking round 3, mate. Round 3, that's right. The start of the season's round 4.
You're delusional,
you can
cunt.
say
Anyway,
the start of the season's round
Manly
7.
had a 95% completion rate compared to the 78% from the Storm, which is just enormous. Like, you don't usually see that. You don't usually see that from the Storm.
We've seen it all year. We've seen it all year, Jack. That's the point I'm trying to make. We have seen that all year. Poor completion rate, poor penalties, poor errors. At one point, it was 24-0. 24-0. And the Storm didn't even look like they were going to score a try. I think Sea Eagles felt bad for them and for the fans that travelled to Brookvale, and they genuinely said, boys, let them score a try. Will Warbrick on the 49th minute, and nothing else changed from that. Amoli Olakwatu got a double. Jason Saab, Tolatau Kula, and Burbo. I love Burbo. He's starting to turn out to be the best Trebojevic, by the way. Jamal Fogarty was a massive standout. There was 2 sin bins in that, Jack. And it looked like there was going to be a bit of a biff, but there wasn't. 2 sin bins, one from Joey Walsh and Trent Holau. So, yeah, huge win for Fosball and another X for Craig Bellamy. You had an interesting take this afternoon, Craig Bellamy. What do you reckon? Share that.
Look, he loves the sport too much. He probably can't continue on with the regular season because of what the toll that it takes on the body and whatnot. And with his condition, I would say that he won't want to give up football and will jump into the Blues coaching position.
So watch this space. It'll be interesting to see that happens. I think it will be crazy. I said to Jack when he said that it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense too as well because he's a gazillionaire and you just think he would be putting your health first. But he was in that, I don't even know what position it was. He was with the New South Wales squad. He exited that too as well. So that kind of makes me think that he won't go back there. But
yeah, well, there's also Boyd Cordner and Matt King just sitting in the wings as well. So Matt King should have been the coach at the moment instead of fucking Laurie Daley, but we'll get into that.
My fucking son should have been the coach of the fucking New South Wales Blues over Laurie Daley. And he's look, I'll go over this last game. I've contradicted myself because I've said the Broncos Roosters were my favourite game. The Cowboys Panthers was the best game. Knights and West Tigers the game. But realistically, the fucking game of the round should have been the Wars and the Finns. Holy shit. Holy shit. They traded the lead about 27 times at the end there. 27 times for the listeners is a slight exaggeration. But, man, again, the Dolphins sitting in... Are you ready? What do you reckon the Dolphins... Don't cheat. What do you reckon the Dolphins are in?
Third.
Okay, you cheated. The Dolphins are in third. Did you look?
No.
Oh, fuck it. You know what I like? I like an honest mate, Brad. I like an honest mate. And all you had to say there was, yes, Matt, I cheated and I looked at the ladder.
But I didn't.
The Dolphins are in third and they're on equal points to second. So second's 24 points, third's 24 points, fourth's 24 points, fifth's 24 points. So you've got 4 teams on 24 points. So that top 4 is going to be an absolute battle the last couple of weeks of this season. So it's just watch them teams, Knights, Roosters, Wars and Dolphins. And you can chuck Manly and Rabbitohs in there too as well. So a super, super close 2nd to 7 and 8. But yeah, man, the Wars continue to show why they're a top 4 team. But the Dolphins, from the get-go, jumping into the NRL, I don't think they've let the team, their fans down, their business down, their board down
God, no.
once. Wayne Bennett done a fantastic job, but Wolf, he has carried the momentum from the DNA that they've built for that team, and far out there cracking. Bostock got a fucking slingshot into the New South Wales squad, which is crazy. Another Dragons junior we let go because we thought he wouldn't come to anything. But yeah, I watched this game with the last 20 minutes I was just like, fucking hell, who's gonna win it? And then you watched, can't remember who scored at the end. Who was it? Selwyn Cobbo.
Mm-hmm.
Selwyn Cobbo, 77th minute. Fucking
ties it up.
Absolutely kills it. No, he took the lead. Because Sam Healy scored in the 74th minute and they were like, yep, that's game over because Jermaine Asako only got 3 from 5. So Wires were 4 from 4 and it was the game one. Like you could see the energy was dejected out of the Dolphins, and then they marched up the field. A little bit of luck there went their way, and Dolphins. And it doesn't bother me. I tipped the Dolphins, so I was pretty happy. Don't be too disappointed about this, Warriors. It was a fucking cracking game. It was a loss that you go, it doesn't hurt us as much because of your position on a ladder, and at the same time, the way the Dolphins played at the end there were fucking exceptional. So it's not as if you lost the game. The Dolphins just fucking that last 10 minutes. It was crazy. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. The Warriors.
Yeah, you're going around in circles here, but it was a great game. No one lost stock. Okay, both teams should be proud of. They should.
Sorry.
They should both be proud of how well they played, and it's encouraging for finals football.
Yeah, but I look.
Moving on to round 18.
Thank you for summarising that for me, Jack.
Let's move on.
Thank you for summarising me. But you just had to watch that last 10 minutes.
You're just waffling.
Because the Warriors had it won, brother. The Wars were home.
I know. Selwyn Cobbo
and the Finns went right at the end. And
Jermaine Asako kicks the winner. It was magic. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Warriors could have won that. No, I'm joking. We'll quickly go through Jack and I's tips for week 18, round 18, whatever you want to call it. We'll start with Panthers, Rabbitohs. Jack?
Panthers.
I'm going to go Rabbitohs with that one. I think Panthers are a wee bit short for State of Origin, so I'm looking in Rabbitohs. Dragons v West Tigers.
Tigers.
I'm going Dragons with that one because Tigers are going to be short. Not really, I'm just hopeful. Broncos v Sharks.
Sharks.
Going Sharks with that one. Broncos again are going to be a wee bit short for State of Origin. Eels versus Sea Eagles.
Eagles.
Sea Eagles will have a few players out, however.
Going to be a little bit short, but...
Yeah. Have I said that before?
Yeah, that's all right. Anyway.
Have I said that before? I'm going Sea Eagles because even though they're a little bit short, right?
Yeah.
Knights versus Dolphins. This is tough.
I'm going to go the Dolphins because I think the Knights are going to be a wee bit short.
But the Dolphins are a wee bit short as well.
Look, I think that the Knights will be shorter.
You reckon?
It'll be Dolphins all day, boys.
Yeah, I'm locking the Finns in there.
Yeah, it's Dolphins. Finns up.
I'm locking the Knights in. Because the Dolphins don't know how to win in the last 10 minutes. The Warriors, however, no, I'm joking. So that's it. We've got a bit of back and forward there. Jack went with the Panthers. I went with the Rabbitohs. Jack went Tigers. I went Dragons. Both went the Sharkies. Both went the Sea Eagles. Jack's going Dolphins. I'm going the Knighties, the Knights. I think the Knights get that one Sunday, last game around. State of Origin.
Now.
State of Origin.
Oh, we need to just quickly talk about game 2.
Take your life savings out and put it on Queensland to win.
We lost game 2. We lost it in a bad way. And I can't for the life of me understand any of the picks that Laurie Daley made in game two, and I can't for the life of me understand the interchange selections he was making during game two. And you know that old saying that New South Wales just don't get Origin?
That's very prevalent in this
I
situation.
truly felt that. Like, I felt it in my soul, and it fucking hurt me.
Yeah.
Absolutely hurt me, because you know what? It didn't seem like the players gave a fuck. And it was fucking annoying to see.
We watching it from a live perspective, I'm very much into my footy, Jack. You know that, and I lost interest. I lost interest. There was a point there where I didn't even want to watch the rest of the game, and I think I chose not to. Yeah, it was just a disappointing display of Origin only from one side. The Queenslanders did what they do every year. They dominated, showed their DNA. But yeah, look, we did. We lost in a bad way, and I was expecting a side to combat against a Queensland up in Suncorp, right?
Yeah.
I'm going.
And it's just...
And then, like, for example...
It's just not it. Let's go through
NRL
the team.
website up for me, right?
Let's go through the team. Let's go through New South Wales.
Brad's got the NRL website up with the teams in front of me, okay?
Let's do it.
Bradman Best is in his Knights costume. Boys, like, that's the difference here. Like, he's played for State of Origin twice.
Yeah.
There's a photo of the fucking guy with the Blues jersey on. Oh, not with that jersey, though. Because it's the newest jersey. I get you.
Yeah, but have a look at the back photo there of Liam Martin. He's in a Blues jersey. That's completely fucking different.
Keep going.
Go to NRL on 9 on Instagram.
Yeah, look, all they had to do was chuck him on a jersey, take a photo and put it up there. It's embarrassing that but that's just
AI will fucking create that shit for you. Anyway, in the fullback, we got James Tedesco. Are you happy with that?
Yes.
Yep, you wouldn't have picked Dylan Edwards?
100% no. I think James Tedesco's been massive in both games.
I think he's had great games, don't get me wrong, but I think I would have gone Edwards.
Shut your mouth.
That's hard for me to say. You shut your fucking mouth.
No way.
How dare you? How dare you?
No way.
Shut up.
James Tedesco. All the way. All the way.
Then you got Jack Bostock. So they've dropped Brian Toto and they've brought in Bostock.
What the fuck?
The reasoning, Laurie put out the reasoning is because of the height. Under the high ball, he's a liability because he can't jump as high.
How stupid. Brian Toto has been the fucking winger for State of Origin up against Xavier Coates, Selwyn Cobbo, Hemmer, all these fucking years, man. And
he got caught out of position once in the last game.
It's just stupid, dude.
It doesn't make sense.
Jack Bostock is a fantastic winger.
He is.
Dolphins have turned him into an absolute athlete. He showed glimpse of stardom at the Dragons.
Yep.
And Dolphins have taken him to an absolute another level. I like him as a winger. I think he's going to shit the bed up at Suncorp. Under the high ball, the bright lights in front of that Maroons crowd, man. It is going to be intense.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be a big one. Tough debut.
I'll tell you, good. Tough debut. If he does well, he will be remembered. He'll be remembered. If he does bad...
Toto's not going to get his spot back.
Yeah. If he does bad, unfortunately, he will not be remembered. He will not be remembered. Bradman Best... I don't like this selection at all.
Who else? Who else is there? Tell me who else you could pick.
Fuck, Campbell Graham. Is he even available yet? I don't know. Someone. Bradman Best got given the ball on the halfway line with no one in front of him after all of the work Dominic Young did. He
also won a series for us in Suncorp.
Yeah, he did. I don't know. Look,
I
just he's very error prone. Watch the game. Are you frozen?
I will. I always do.
You are frozen.
I'm not frozen.
No, you are on the OBS.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, Stephen Crichton's been recalled back.
I like it.
I think defensively he's our best defensive centre in the game for sure.
Used to be.
anyway.
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about it, but at the same time, who else is there?
For Marky Mark.
Huh?
Are you talking
No,
about
for
Steve
for
Crichton?
Crichton.
No, I like Crichton in there. I like Crichton. Realistically, my centres, I would choose Stephen Crichton and Latrell Mitchell. You
Yeah.
just can't choose Latrell Mitchell. So Stephen Crichton,
Well,
you know,
yeah.
I like it. Yep.
Mark Nwanganitawase, I think that's a great pick. I would have stuck with him as well after the game that he had last time. He just offers so much threat when he's got the ball. And they kind of stood off him a bit, the Queenslanders, because he is just so, what's the word I'm looking for?
Well-rounded. Equipped.
Spectacular.
Yeah, he did. There was a few errors there, though, Wetton.
There
was
is.
a few errors.
Of
I've
course.
seen it.
Yeah. But a lot of his errors came off, like defensive read errors. There was definitely a few of those. But he also got caught out a few times because of Katoni Staggs being out of position. Non-fucking stop.
Good riddance to Katoni Staggs, man.
Fucking oath, man.
Mitch Moses in the 6, Nathan Cleary at the 7. They were never going to change. In
I
saying
know.
that,
I know they weren't.
Nathan Cleary is succumbing to the fucking pressure of State of Origin. That
Mate.
guy was as quiet as a fucking... I was going to say something really putrid and rude there, but he's as quiet as a mouse. Let's be PG. Quiet as
Mate.
a mouse.
He doesn't get Origin.
Just pause there. Let's pause. I want you to just bask in that stupidity that you just said.
How many series has he won
2.
as a halfback? 2.
2.
How many has he lost?
77.
There you go.
I don't actually know. It's 2, but I don't know how many he's lost. I think
I don't know, man. I
2019.
don't know.
Yeah.
I think Ethan Strange should have been in the team for sure.
He was our best player in game 1.
He was. I just don't fucking get it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I know Moses' kicking game, like his long kicking game is phenomenal and it gets us out of trouble so much. I'd be almost inclined, you're going to hate this. You're going to hate this so much, but I'd be inclined to go Ethan Strange in the 6, Mitch Moses in the 7, drop Cleary.
That's just, it never would happen. I get what you're trying to say.
What's he done for me lately?
Well, he's the best halfback in the game, man.
Yeah, he's the best halfback at club level.
Stupid.
Who won us the series at Suncorp?
Mitch Moses.
There you go, champ.
Clip
anyway, our forward pack, we've got Payne Haas, Mitch Barnett. I don't have any problems with it.
I have no problems with the forward pack from...
I think I would have liked to have started Aiden Fanua-Blake just so we get that punch up the middle going forward a bit more. He had his stint in game 1 where he sort of shit the bed a little bit because it was so fast paced, but now he knows what it's about. I think he would do a lot better. I think just having that versatility of Mitch Barnett off the bench where he can play in the second row and in the forwards, I think that's a good thing for us, but it's neither here nor there.
I would keep, so I'm a wee bit different to you. I would keep everything as is. I love Adam Fanua-Blake off the bench. I think he's going to create a lot of impact off the bench. I would have started Blake Brayley and put Reece Robson on the bench. I think Blake Brayley at the first 40 minutes of this game, I would normally always say I love a Reece Robson. I love that quality of hooker, that workhorse, and I've said it in multiple podcasts where Dylan Edwards and Reece Robson I think are the same, built from the same cloth. But I just loved the Damien Cook and the James Tedesco days where there was so much more attack. And I think that's what New South Wales have lost. We've gone from having Addo Carr, Latrell Mitchell, Tom Trebojevic, all of this attack
everywhere,
just to a workhorse team.
Yeah,
Isaiah Yeo,
100%.
Liam Martin. That's the only thing I would have swapped is Blake Brayley starting and Reece Robson on the bench.
I agree with you 100%. And that's why you need someone like Ethan Strange in there, because he's just all about attack.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
But he's a little fucking bulldog in the same concept as well. Yeah.
The same with Mitch Moses. Like, that's why I would have him over Nathan Cleary.
Disagree.
But yeah, it's all right. You can. You're wrong, but you can.
It's a free country. It's America.
Well, we pay a lot of tax. Anyway, yeah, look, I understand what you're saying, and I do agree with it to an extent, but I think for the first 20 minutes, I would have Reece Robson out there just to take a bit of the sting out of all those forwards, get a lot of the hard yards done, and then I'd bring Brayley on.
That's what I always say, though.
Let him fucking run right for fucking 20 minutes, change the whole dynamic on the field and the way we play, start opening up the fucking ruck and running, because that's what he's great at, finding those moments where to run. And that really changed our attack in game one when he came on for that 30 minutes. He completely changed the way we played, and it was fantastic. And then I'd bring Reece Robson on for a little stint in the second half.
So you would waste 2 interchanges on
and then
hookers.
Bring Bailey back in. Yep.
So 3 interchanges on hookers out of 8.
Yeah, why not?
Fuck. I don't know. Yeah, I think
you've got Hudson Young, Liam Martin. They play 80 minutes. Payne Haas plays 80 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Like, there isn't a huge need.
But 80 minutes of club level, 80 minutes of Origin is very different.
We've seen Payne Haas play 80 minutes of Origin.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And he's fucking killed it. So, but anyway, I like that they've brought. I like that they've dropped Dylan Lucas. I didn't even know he was actually playing in game 2. He just went fucking missing.
Yeah.
So we've got an actual right edge forward, right edge second row. Sorry. And
it was another stupid decision, man. It was another stupid decision.
It was.
Yeah.
But this guy, I hate the term built for Origin, but this guy.
Ola Kawatu.
No, Liam Martin.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking built
so
for
is
Origin.
Angus Crichton. I've said from day dot, get Angus. Mate, I don't care if Angus Crichton won 14 wooden spoons in a row.
Hudson Young has been one of our best players.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Yeah, I would not change him. I would never have usually said that, but honestly, he's been one of our best players, and I'm fucking stoked.
Isaiah Yo's starting to get a bit old in the legs too as well. Cameron Murray's got to be in that 13 position, but as captain, we've seen what happened with Jake Trbojevic. You can't have your captain starting off the bench, you know what I mean? It's just so...
Well,
yeah.
I saw, I think it was Matty Johns. He mentioned something that he had a phone call with Laurie, and then he made another statement saying that Cameron Murray will start that game. Just you wait and see.
Yeah. But then again, our captain starting on the bench, how embarrassing.
Well, you could just drop Mitch Barnett back to the bench and put Isaiah in the 10. It's not that fucking hard.
Victor Radley gets 20th man, which is
good.
Again,
he fucking shit the bed in game 2.
Pointless.
Error after error.
I don't know why you would have Victor Radley as your 20th man, but anyway, I don't even want to go over the Queensland team, but we're going to have to. So if you can scroll back to the top, and we'll just run over it quickly because it's a complete copy and paste of the second team. Kalen Ponga, Selwyn Cobbo, Robert Toya, Hammer, Tabua Fidel, Jojo Fafita, Cameron Munster, Sam Walker. They are just scary from 1 to 7 there. Forwards, I think we pip them in the forwards category. Thomas Flegler, Harry Grant, Tino Fasula Malaawi, Brighton Nakora, Kurt Catewell, Ruben Cotter. I think we definitely tick all the boxes there. What scares me? Their bench. Just close your eyes and listen to this. Max Plath, Patrick Carrigan, Jeremiah Nenai, Trent Lorero, Reece Walsh, and Murray Tuolagi.
Yeah, well, Paddy Carrigan's still injured. They've named him, but he's still injured.
Minus Patrick Carrigan.
I guarantee you Corey Horsburgh's probably going to move into that spot.
He's another big red man built for Origin.
Jeremiah Nene fucking is scary.
Yeah.
That guy under a high ball is fucking ridiculous. He's 23 years old and played 11 Origins, Matt.
But bring in Reece Walsh, so you take all the pressure off Reece Walsh of being the fullback and has to win. They're behind 6 points, 10 minutes to go. Radio 1 to Radio 2, bring on Reece Walsh. Like, it's scary, man.
It scares the shit out of me. Yep. Do you remember that game where he got sent off for a sin bin in the finals last year? I think it was against the Raiders.
Yeah.
He got a 10-minute rest.
Yeah.
Comes back on the field and scored like 2 tries to win the game.
I'll never forget.
And he scored those tries. It was fucked.
Brad, this game I walked in and I was so salty at Ben Hunt, right? Because Ben Hunt wanted to leave the Dragons. We started playing really well, wanted to re-sign with the Dragons, and then we said, no, we're not going to sign you. He got shitty, ended up getting a contract with Brisbane Broncos. Brisbane Broncos were in a class of their own throughout the whole year. No one looked like they were beating them. And then they got to the Raiders. Raiders were on top of the ladder pretty much the whole year, and they got to the Raiders. They were losing the game. Patrick Carrigan got a sin bin. Raiders scored. Reece Walsh then got a sin bin. We scored 2. The Raiders scored 2 more tries, and I'm like, Raiders are going to beat the Broncos. 10 minutes to go. Broncos score. Broncos score. Broncos score. And it's let's just make up the scoreline because I don't know what it is. It's 26-24. Full-time whistle blows, and I turn the TV off, and I'm laughing at it going, suck shit, Ben Hunt. How stupid's that? I'm sending messages to everyone going, suck shit, Ben Hunt, blah, 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 blah. And I started getting messages back saying, what are you on about? Like, what the fuck are you actually on about? And I'm like, what do you mean? And I just ignored it because it didn't make sense. And I went home. Ree's like, yeah, Ben Hunt made it through. And I'm like, no, he didn't. He lost. And they're like, Ben Hunt kicked a field goal. I'm like, no, he fucking didn't. I watched the team lose. So I've turned my phone on with KO. It just goes back to where you were watching it from. So I've turned my phone back on KO. And next minute, the referee blows a penalty because there was contact on the kicker's leg. So the Broncos kicked a penalty to even it out, march up the field, and Ben Hunt then kicked. So I look like a fuckwit bagging out Ben Hunt when he just won the game for him. So anyway, taking you a little fucking tour back.
Then he went on to win a premiership because he couldn't do it with the Dragons.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks for that. This is the first time in years that the Maroons have been favourites. They are paying $1.50, man. Yeah, we've been the fucking favourites year after year after year after year.
At Suncorp.
Mm-hmm. We can be the favourites for the team.
A decider at Suncorp.
Yep, last year we were the favourites. Well, no one believes the betting odds, right? If I said we were the favourites at Suncorp last year, who you putting your money on? You put it on Queenslanders, right? It's that Suncorp. Well, they are like heavy favourites.
Yeah, well, they haven't won a game at Suncorp since 2023.
Yep. Thanks for that, Jack. Appreciate the blue army here, mate. If you've got life savings, it kills me to say it, New South Wales cannot win this game. And I'm a blue through and through. I bleed blue. New South in your mouth. All the shit above. How in the hell do we win that game? Jack, how do we win it? We can't. We can't.
I don't know.
From 1 to 19. We're just outclassed, bar the forwards. And I think it's going to be a similar scoreline of game 2.
We need to drive up to Rockhampton, kneecap Cameron Munster, and then during the game, Liam Martin needs to dump Sam Walker on his head.
Do you know what's really sad? I'm going to bring it up to as well. And this is a bit of a touchy subject, and I mean no disrespect, and I'm not trying to be crude or rude, and I'm not trying to so I'm just going to say it how it is. Cameron Munster's dad died in that season, and the Maroons just played out of this world. Was it Tino's dad?
Yeah.
Tino's dad passed away, and I called you and I'm like, you know what that means?
Yeah.
Like you just knew what was going to happen. Yeah, look, I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm not saying I hope no one else's dad dies from the fucking Queensland team, but they just seem to know how to play for each other. And again, the pick and stick theory. I know Queensland didn't really pick and stick throughout the last couple of seasons, but look at the mass changes the New South Wales have had from game 1 to game 3.
Mate, classic Laurie Daley.
Oh my God. Just reactive,
Classic.
not proactive.
Yeah.
And this will be Laurie Daley's last chance at even if he...
Oh, no, he's done, mate. He's already come out and said this is his last game as Blues coach. He can't do it anymore.
Even if he wins. Because he's stupid. I created a meme back in fucking 2017 or 2018 when Brad Fittler was first picked. And it was him with that docile look going, what do you mean you can pick players in form? It's just extraordinary, the quality of the team that he could have selected back then. Brad Fittler comes in, gets some black fella in the game, Addo Carr, Latrell Mitchell, all of that. You know what I mean? Some speed down the side, chucked in Blake Ferguson, all of these players, and we just looked unbeatable. And
yep.
Again, we could have continued that on, but I don't know, Jack. I don't know. It upsets me because I know Queensland win again.
Yep.
And who won last year?
Queensland.
And who's going to win again this year?
Queensland.
Fuck me dead. Isn't that...
Who won 2024?
Is it Queensland?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's 3 in a row now. 3 in a row. Unless I'm completely gobsmacked, surprised, shocked. Yeah. Anyway. That's it. I think that's me.
On that sad note.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, look, if you've made it this far, again, apologies. We've been in different parts of the world. We've missed being in front of the mic. But welcome back. If you've made it this far, we do appreciate you. If you like what we do and you want to support us, like, follow, share, subscribe, press all the buttons, as Brad says. Another episode coming next week. We get to recap the round that was. Until next week, Jack Wetton. See you then.
Peace.